Hey guys, Omar here, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this. And it's really funny because right before I came up to do this video, I actually got some major inspiration and thought I had to share something with you guys. And it still makes me laugh. Super funny. So, you guys are going to hear some really funny stories, but you're going to get a lot of very valuable content on how to multiply your clients and your audience so you can always have client after client after client coming to you. Cool? So just be ready. Some funny stories. Okay. So what I want to talk to you about today is presenting. That's right. Presenting. I like to call presenting the art of multiplying. And the reason why I call it the art of multiplying is because say you are trying to reach a new audience and say you want to increase your audience by 100 people. Well, how long would it take you if you were to go up to every single person to reach those 100? So you spent the amount of time talking to one person and trying to sell yourself to them, because that's really what we do to people is we show them how we can improve their life, and that's called selling. So we sell ourselves to people, but if you had to go to every single person and sell yourself and say, this is what I do, this is how I can help, and really show them what you're capable of, how long would it take you to help 100 people? Say it took you 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Say it took you an hour with every single person to really get your message across so that they would be now part of your audience because they see you as an authority figure, somebody they can learn from, somebody who can benefit them having you in your life. Well, if it took you about an hour with each person, it would take you about 100 hours to get 100 people. And that's called addition. That's just adding and adding. And you know what? That's a really quick way to get burnt out and to really not meet large amounts of people. So what I want to talk to you is about multiplication. Multiplication, which is it's one of my favorite topics to talk about because it really does. Gaining an audience of 100 is actually very simple when you're presenting, because you have 100 people out in front of you or 100 people who are viewing you, and then you present for an hour. So now you got the 100 people results that put in 1 hour of effort. Rather than before, you're trying to get 100 people of results and putting 100 hours of effort. And so basically multiplication is a way to put in the minimal work to get maximum results. Maximum results from minimal work. And it's key. It's something that every smart entrepreneur, every coach, successful mentor that is out there will use, is the form of multiplication. And so presenting is, I like to all say that a lot of mentors and coaches always go mentor coaching and turn to presenting sometime down the line because they want to expand their audience. So that's what I want you to focus on, is always focus on multiplying and expanding your audience. And we're going to go into a couple of ways that are super simple, that are already out there, that you could easily multiply your audience. Are you ready? Take out a piece of paper and a pen, write these down, and just go out and do them. And right from the beginning, I'm just going to totally just let this go and say, you are good enough. You are worth it. So anytime after this presentation, or after you watch this video, and you go out to do a presentation, whenever that thought comes to you, and it will, knock it off. Just push it away and say no, because here's the thing. You're good enough and you're worth it. Okay? Good. Cool. Glad we got that taken care of, and now we don't have to worry about it, right? So, okay. So there's different ways, and one of the ways is conferences. Conferences are a really easy way to step into an audience that's already been created. And I say this like this. So I'm sure by now you've probably already noticed that there are hundreds of conferences going on around us. On a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, there really are a lot of conferences. We just got to keep an eye out for them. And what you do is you find a conference that has an audience similar to what you're looking for. Which meaning if you want to help children, if you want to help adults, you find conferences that are already helping them in similar areas. And you reach out to them and you apply to speak at their conference. I know for some of you, are you like, ah, oh, really? Yes, you're good enough, remember? So get that out of there. Super simple way to tap into an audience that has already been created. Super simple. So find conferences, look them up online, Facebook, really good, really easy to find them, and apply. Reach out and say, hey, I would love to speak at this. What do I have to do? And then you follow the instructions. Pretty simple, right? Conferences, super quick way to multiply. Okay, number 2. Webinars. Webinars are a super cool way to get in front of an audience and they get to see you on their own time. So in the comfort of their own home or wherever they're watching you from, really easy way. And it's a really easy way to get a lot of people from different places on this one webinar. So doing a webinar and really advertising and posting on Facebook, reaching out, having people help you. But a webinar is a really good way to also multiply. Multiply. Super simple way. If you guys want to know some places online where you can do webinars, just send us an email. But there's tons of places you can use that allow you to do webinars. And oh my goodness, super awesome, super fun, super convenient way to do a presentation and multiply your efforts. Okay, so webinars. Another way is trainings. What I mean by trainings is your own trainings. There's a lot of places you can go to that for a very minimal cost or even free will rent you out some space. You just have to do some research. You do the research, find out what places those are that are cheap or minimal. And I say this because I know there's a lot of people who don't have a lot of money to invest into venues or arenas or whatever it is that you're going for. And sometimes we need to learn how to build our audience. And so there's a lot of places that do very low cost, to sometimes even free. They'll rent you out a room and you just have your own training. Yep, that's right. You can do something simple like go on Eventbrite and create a registration process. You can go online, you can go door to door, you can do different things to invite people to your own event. And then you're multiplying your efforts. Cool? So those are trainings. And if you would like some help with this, just feel free to email us. Just send us a question, hit us up on Facebook, text us if you have our number, which I know most of you do, and we'd be happy to help give you some ideas. But yes, trainings are huge. And now we're going to go into the biggest piece. Collaboration. Collaboration is huge now. We are in the era of collaboration, and collaboration is basically a simple way to tap into somebody else's audience and have them tap into yours. Simple way. Simple way to quickly just double your audience, or triple your audience, or grow it however many times. Because collaboration now is huge. And collaboration basically means you work with somebody else, say, hey, somebody who complements you or is in a similar field. You ask them, hey, I would love to collaborate with you. I think you have a powerful message. I have a powerful message. Let's get together and expand that message and really multiply it. And then chances are they'll say, okay, awesome. Let's see what we can set up. And then you work something out to do some sort of presentation together. And now a collaboration can come in the form of a conference, come in the form of webinars, can come in the form of trainings. And really, a collaboration, you can do it with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Do it with as many people as you want and really tap into all those people's audiences. So for example, a conference that has 30, 40 presenters speaking at it. Well, those 40 presenters have an audience. So at a conference, you're tapping into all those people's audience. Webinars, depending on how many people are on it or you're doing it with, if you're just doing it with somebody else, say somebody else has a following or an audience of 1,000, 2,000, whatever it may be, you just added those to your audience as well. So super cool way. Always find a way to get in front of multiple people. It's the fastest way to multiply, and it's the fastest way to really grow your audience. Because if you want to be a mentor that doesn't really worry about signing a new client, if you want to be a mentor that is like, you know what, I'm just going to do what I love, and I know my people are there, and whenever you throw out an offer, people jump on it, you need to grow your audience. Grow your audience, grow your audience. Presentations, collaborations, trainings, webinars, and conferences. These are huge. Now, I've given you the tools to use. These are very basic but very effective tools to use to really get out there and present with somebody. Because if you can't find somewhere to present, create your own place to present. Super simple nowadays with the technology we have. And so I know some of you might be like, well, I don't know how to present. I haven't taken presentation trainings. The fastest way to learn is to do it. And if you would like some help, I know there's some places that do very low cost trainings. And if we get enough people that want to receive some sort of presentation training, let us know and we'll find a place or do something to help you out. But presentation training is super easy, super simple. You just really got to go out and do it. Really got to go out. So if you need help pointed in the right direction of where to get that kind of training, if you were looking for it, let us know. But really just go out and do it. Just go out and do it. I'm super excited for you. So I'm still debating on if I was supposed to share this, but what I'll do is I'll share these top 4 things that you want to avoid when presenting. I'll go top 3. Top 3. Okay. It's still, when I saw this paper, I was like, I need to share this with you guys. But I really want to share the top 3 things that you want to avoid when you're going into presenting. And I know this from experience, and I know the type of pain it could bring. So I really want to save you the time. If you're just ready to go and jump out and you're just going to go out and do it, I want to save you the time and that little pain that comes with it. So what I have here is a Don't Experience binder. I'm going to suggest you get one because you're going to be doing presentations and you're going to want to learn from your mistakes. You're going to want to learn from your mistakes, and what better way to learn from your mistakes than to remember them, write them down, and make sure you don't make them again. So here I have a couple of sheets of what not to do on presenting, and I'll just give you my top 3 because they were my first 3 things that I learned from presenting, and I will never forget these. So the number 1 thing when you're presenting that you want to make sure you know, and you have, is make sure your event name is visible to you. Make sure you can see it, like the name of this training, like right now you're part of the Mentor Academy, right? And I say this and it sounds so funny, but I'll tell you, if you haven't really presented and it's one of your first times being out there, it's very easy to forget. And I'll just say, my very first presentation, I was super nervous, but really excited. I knew I was going to do, and I just stood up there and I was like, hey guys, welcome to... I forgot what I was training. I forgot the name of my presentation. How do you forget the name of your own presentation? So, I know that from experience. So just have it somewhere on a banner, on a piece of paper in front of you, somewhere that you can easily read in case you forget. And now, like I said, that sounds super funny, but if you're just starting out, it's very useful to have. Okay. Number 2. This one is huge, and if you watch the other videos of the thick skin video, this kind of goes with that. So just remember, okay? Thick skin. Don't take it personally when inviting someone to your class and they tell you to leave and never come back. Leave and never come back when you're trying to improve or help or offer something to this world. It's going to happen. People are going to be people. And you have this thick skin. Remember, you're building your thick skin. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video. It's things you need to be successful. Okay, go watch that video. because you are going to get these. There's no way to be perfect. There's really not. And there's always going to be somebody, somewhere, someday that says something. And you just got to be ready. And don't give up. Don't give in. Keep moving forward, because your message is way, way, way too powerful to not. Okay? And, oh boy. The last one I'll share with you. And this is just from experience. You know, if there is no other place you can do it, make sure you go out and do it. But from my personal experience and my personally what I've been through, don't do a presentation outside. Don't do it. Because we can't control the weather. So if you're outside in a public area and it starts to rain or thunder or flood where you're at, people aren't going to want to stay. And even if you check the weather and it says there's no possible chance of rain and all of a sudden it just rains, it happens. We can't control the weather. So if you can do it somewhere inside where you're more in control and you have more say, do it. That's personal experience. Yeah. So do it inside if you can. Because the more you can control, the more you're in control. And so I'll give you those 3 things. Remember the name of your class you're doing. Have it somewhere visible. It's okay. Some people are going to tell you to leave and never come back. That's totally fine. And do it inside if you can. Okay, so those are my personal tips to you when presenting. But yes, if you want to get into presenting, which you do, because I know you want to grow your audience and you want to make a bigger impact and help more people, and you don't want to have to worry about finding clients, presenting. You can do conferences, webinars, trainings, collaborate. Easiest way to multiply your audience in the fastest way possible without putting in that effort. So, one thing. I always like to have 2 presentations on the book. 2. Always, no matter what, 2. Because if you only have 1, these little thoughts are going to start to sink in, and they're going to be like, you shouldn't go there, you're not good enough, which we already took care of, but they're going to try to sink in, and we're going to try to create a chicken exit. We're going to try to find any way we can out of it and say nope, and then we're going to try to justify it. But what happens is, if you have 2 presentations on your books, you're not going to, it eliminates the chicken exit, because you're going to put all this effort into trying to get out of this first presentation, and you realize, if I get out of this, I still got another one. I'm going to have to do it. And just know, if it happens, you're normal. I don't know how many presentations I've tried to get out of, and I thought, no, I can't do this. I'm going to be committed. I'm growing my audience. I have a powerful message. So have 2. Always have 2. Once you get through 1, add another one, and add another one, and add another one as they keep going. But at least always have 2 presentations so you take away those chicken exits. Okay? That's just a little tip. But yes, if you really want to grow your audience with the least amount of work possible, smallest amount of effort, biggest amount of results, presenting is where it's going to be at. So I know presenting is considered the top 2 or 3 fears on the planet. As mentors, we get to break through it. And when we break through it, it makes people want to work with us. So be a mentor, be the leader that I know that you are, lead the way, lead the industry, and totally start presenting, totally multiply the amount of people you reach, grow your influence, be successful, and work on that thick skin. I know you so got this. You so got this. So remember, you're good enough, multiply, presenting. That's where it's at. So go out and book your next 2 presentations.